Well, everyone, let's go and take a look at the iPhone 12 and compare it against the iPhone 15 Pro and see which particular iPhone is a better one for you. Now, it's funny because Apple has just discontinued the iPhone 12 in terms of sales, but you can still buy them in the used market all over the place. The 15 Pro, brand new $1,000 iPhone. So let's see how they both compare. If you want to pick up either one of these phones, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside, the iPhone 12 on the front has a 6.1-inch Super Retina XR OLED display. And it's a pretty good panel. Like I mentioned before, for like a lot of years now, this was a very decent panel that, Apple had made at the time. And I think Samsung actually made it, to be honest. But it's a good panel. You're getting the notch up top, fairly good resolution, over 1080p, flat side, so the bezel kind of shrunk down a little bit, kind of. And 60 hertz panel, nothing crazy, but it's still a very good looking display. And I would say there's still a lot of overlap between something like an iPhone 12 and the iPhone 15 Pro. It may not seem like it because of the hype, but the iPhone 12 is still a very decent panel, overall a very decent body. With the iPhone 15 Pro, on the other hand, this is definitely a little bit of a different type of device. So it's the flagship of flagships right now from Apple, so it's not really going to be like that upper mid-tier phone that the iPhone 12 was. 6.1-inch Super Retina XR OLED display here too. But there's a couple things. One, it gets brighter. So it is overall a brighter display than the iPhone 12. On top of that, with that dynamic island, it doesn't have a notch anymore. So if I open up like health, for example, you can see, well, you can't see anymore, but you have that dynamic island, which is very nice. And you're also getting a 120 hertz display on this iPhone as well. Those are some big things. It gets brighter, 120 hertz display, dynamic island, and it has that always on display as well. This is the far better panel and just the phone that has more features than the iPhone 12 for a fact. But the 12's panel is still pretty decent if I'm being honest. Now on the sides, you can definitely tell that there's still a lot of overlap here too. Complete flat sides on both. You do have the action button here on the 15 Pro. The iPhone 12 had that like ringer switch. SIM card tray on the iPhone 12. No SIM card tray on the 15 Pro. The top's pretty much basically the same type of like thickness and thinness, so not a big difference there either. On the bottom though, there's like a very slight difference, as some of you may be able to tell. You do have that lightning port on the iPhone 12. The iPhone 15 Pro has that USB-C port. It's very nice to have USB-C, and I love having USB-C, but with the 15 or with the 12, having lightning is still fairly relevant. Like it's still a very, very recent, type of charging port that we have. But with the 15 Pro, you do have that type of capability more so, which is so nice. And I actually love having USB-C, and I can't wait to actually switch over to the 15 Pro to utilize that USB-C port even more. Now on the back side, you basically have a little bit of some different things as well going on. The iPhone 12 has that dual camera setup there. The 15 Pro has a triple camera setup with the LiDAR sensor, and just look at how massive that 15 Pro's camera sensor is. It's actually genuinely insane how big of a sensor the 15 Pro has, and over the iPhone 12s, I mean, there's a pretty big difference there. You're getting a standard glass back on the iPhone 12, so this thing doesn't feel as good as the 15 Pro's frosted glass back, but still I would say it still feels very premium. But the 15 Pro's frosted glass back definitely is going to be giving you a better, more premium experience there. You have MagSafe capability on the back of both of these, which is very, very nice. You have wireless charging on both, IP certification on both as well. So there is definitely a lot of overlap here. I like both these panels a lot, and basically both the exterior of both these phones. I would definitely tell you the 15 Pro definitely wins, but the 12 is still fairly, it's still hanging up there for sure. Now, in terms of the software longevity, the iPhone 12 is definitely not going to be lasting as long as the iPhone 15 Pro. This phone is probably going to be lasting, I would say maybe like another 3 years, like 2 to 3 years is probably how long it's going to last. So still, it's actually going to be here for quite a bit of time. But definitely when it comes down to it, the iPhone 15 Pro is by far going to be the one that's going to last probably the longest amount of time between these two. As of right now, this is going to be the longest lasting iPhone. So just keep that in mind in the back of your head. Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both these phones. The iPhone 15 Pro has that Apple A17 Pro chip inside of it with 8 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 12 has that Apple A14 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one's the faster phone between both. Okay, there we go. All the apps are cleared out in the background, so let's get into it. Phone calls 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of covers it up there. Music 3, 2, 1. And the 15 Pro is here, the iPhone 12 is here. Perfect. Hopping out of both these app stores, 3, 2, 1. And the 15 Pro is faster, but the iPhone 12 is actually right behind it. Now, even though the iPhone 15 Pro has that 120 Hz panel, the 12's 60 Hz panel is actually still fairly decent. Hopping out of these two, so going to get into camera, 3, 2, 1. Kind of like about the same thing, not that big of a difference. Photos, 3, 2, 1. Kind of the same thing, not that big of a difference here either. Let's go and try something like settings, 3, 2, 1. A slight difference there, but the 15 Pro is faster. We can try Genshin Impact, which I do have on both, 3, 2, 1. Now, Genshin Impact is kind of like a larger game, but I will still tell you with the 15 Pro, it's still probably going to be faster. But you can even see right here how decent of a job the iPhone 12 is doing. Like the 12 came out 3 years ago, and this one got into that panel even faster than the iPhone 15 Pro. That's actually kind of an insane thing that I was not expecting. The 15 Pro is going to be faster. Getting out of that app, it definitely glitched up a little bit on 12. But still, it's kind of interesting for sure. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And hopefully there's no pop-ups, and the 15 Pro did get into it faster. But once again, just look at how fast the iPhone 12 was. I'm surprised how good of a job the iPhone 12 did there. Even though the 15 Pro is faster, I'm surprised how like the 12 is just kind of like a little bit behind of the 15 Pro. It's actually kind of insane to me. Hopping on the back of out of these two, let's get into another one. We can try something like stack, 3, 2, 1. The 15 Pro again is faster, but like I said, the 12 is like right behind it. We can try thank you, 3, 2, 1. And the 15 Pro again is faster, slightly though. Very slight difference. I'm surprised how good of a job the iPhone 12 is doing. Snake vs. Blocks, 3, 2, 1. Like I was not expecting the iPhone 12 to be doing this great of a job, but I'm genuinely surprised and it makes me so happy. And once again, you can see right here, I actually wasn't looking, so I don't know which one is the faster one, but people will be able to tell over the camera. And overall, what I'll tell you is the iPhone 12 surprised me today. I was not expecting this iPhone to be this fast, although I'm sure if I tested the games further, the iPhone 15 Pro would show a bigger sign. But just even from opening up the applications, we're already seeing like kind of some similarity. And there was actually like once or twice that the iPhone 12 won. So kind of an interesting thing there. We'll take a look at that later. With the camera side of things, some differences here as well. So for one, you're getting a wide and ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 12, 15 Pro wide ultra-wide telephoto lens. You're getting more zooming in and zooming out capability on the 15 Pro, but there's some similarities. 4K at 60 on the back and the front of both of them, which is honestly pretty decent. Now with the iPhone 12, on the other hand, this is a good sensor. I thought Apple did a good job with this thing when they first came out. So for one, you're able to zoom in 5x. On the exterior, 0.5x zoom, so nothing insane, but some stuff there. You're getting video mode, slow mode, time-lapse mode, portrait mode, panorama mode. There's some good stuff here for sure, and I definitely do think the iPhone 12 did a good job with it when it first came out. It's not a perfect phone, it's not a perfect camera, but like I said, I think the iPhone 12 did a good job with it, and I think overall it's like a decent sensor for sure. Even still today, it holds up decently well. The 15 Pro is the better camera for sure. It's probably one of the best cameras you can buy this year. So some highlights, for one, you're getting more zooming in. So you're getting 15x, 3 times more zoom on the 15 Pro than the iPhone 12's 5x zoom. The zooming out is still basically the same with 0.5x. You're getting this new cinematic mode, which came out with the iPhone 13. The iPhone 12 does not have it, but the 15 Pro does have it. You're getting solo mode, you're getting portrait mode as well, which is very, very nice. Panorama mode. You are getting lots and lots of good stuff on the iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 12 in these cases does not have it, but the 15 Pro does have it. So this is by far the better camera here as well. So that's just like another big, big thing to keep in mind there. And overall, what I'll definitely tell you is to kind of sum it up, the iPhone 15 Pro, I think, is by far the better camera in pretty much every single, or the better phone in every single way. You're getting better battery life, better performance, better display, better build quality, USB-C, like you're getting everything on this phone, and it's so much better than the iPhone 12s. I think the 12 is still very good for what you're getting. Like don't get me wrong, this is still a very decent phone. But every time I think about the 15 Pro, it's just a better phone in every way, except the iPhone 12's performance today was actually pretty decent. But with the 12, if you can get it for like around $400, it's actually a really good device. Like it's a pretty decent phone. Physically, it doesn't feel that much different than the 15 Pro. And even like performance-wise, it wasn't like that big of a difference either. So the choice is yours, but I still think something like the iPhone 12 is actually decent compared to the 15 Pro. So that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.